Large rocks block off part of the camp, allowing only a single entrance to the site. The fire marshal would not be pleased. No one seems to be listening. It doesn't.
Two and two make six. A little bush is in a fix. If you save a plant from goo, I can help you with a clue.
Pine trees grow in profusion in this cool climate. The bush won't budge. It's almost as if it were. The bush doesn't seem to have much to say to you. Perhaps that's because you haven't been properly introduced. The bush doesn't seem to have much to say to you. You provide the area foliage with a long-winded introduction and description of your past exploits. You'd almost swear you heard the trees yawn, but it must just be the wind in the bushes. You adopt the traditional thief sign position, wiggling the fingers of your right hand and rubbing your belly with your left hand. No one seems particularly impressed. As you repeat the magic phrase you learned from the Lishi, the bushes on the west spring apart as if by magic. Oh, that's right, it is magic! Every sense tingles with the feeling of danger. The eye sockets of the skulls glow with deadly energy. Even the hut looks hungry. It's a dead body, artistically laid out for maximum shock effect. Actually, it just happened to fall in that position, but please don't tell anyone. Skulls line the pathway to a most peculiar chicken-legged hut. There can't be many like it. This must be Baba Yaga's hut, last seen in Spielberg. The nearest skull is fixed in a perpetually sour expression. One eye socket is empty, the other filled with a brilliant gem, like the flare of the frost flame. You're sure you've seen this skull and that gem somewhere before. 3 skulls sit on posts in a line. Maybe they're Baba Yaga's stooges. A huge old gnarled oak nestles a large rock under its roots as if it were hatching an egg. An ancient dried corpse hangs from its boughs. You don't notice anything special there? You don't notice... Skulls line the pathway to a most peculiar chicken-legged hut. There can't be many like it. This must be Baba Yaga's hut, last seen in Spielberg. No one seems to be listening. It doesn't say much.
Go back, or face thy doom. Hey, wait a second. Don't I know you from somewhere? Yeah, you're the guy that turned Baba Yaga into a frog. So what are you doing here? Trying out for the part of soup du jour or auditioning for the main course? She's back to her old self, if you knows what I mean. Other than a craving occasionally for flies and a distaste for frog legs, she's the same as ever. Call me bonehead. I'm just hanging around like always. Danger? Around here? Nah, must be your paranoia acting up again. This place is as cozy and safe as a coffin. You can see for yourself that the hut's okay. Took it a bit to settle down from the last flight, though. You mean the hut of brown now sit down sort of thing the last time you was by? Well, that don't work anymore. Just go up to the hut and it'll squat and let you in, if it wants you in. My eye? Not bad at all. I has to admit, you gave me a real gem. Yeah, good to see me again, I know. So, what do you want? Put it this way, a wristwatch ain't much use without a wrist, and a pair of dancing shoes don't do much when you got no legs, you know what I mean? Bring me something to keep the sun out of my eyes, maybe. Don't remind me. I thought I was gonna be left behind when the hut flew the coop, but Baba Yaga picked me up later. You sure made her mad.
You wriggle into the thief sign position.
Oh, so Baba Yaga already took care of you. Oh, looks pretty bad. You better... See you around. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Don't say I didn't warn you, but...
That didn't... After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better.
Hey, hands off, buddy. Don't come back unless you got a reason to be here.
When the days are short and the nights grow long, a friendly face is a welcome sign. Good day. I fair. I did not want Olga to know I was here. May your journey take you where you wish to go.
After some rest, you feel better. The wyvern has no place to carry treasure. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you don't have any rations. You better get some food soon. After some rest, soft, magical aura permeates the entire garden. Strong magic emanates from the fruit tree and the center of the pool in the stream. The lanterns are also magical. The stream is wider and slower at this point. The tulip is closed. Your spell cannot reach inside. Capture the scroll with your fetch spell. As you read the scroll, knowledge of how to cast a protection spell enters your mind. Then the scroll vanishes. Protection is a sort of magical shield which will help guard you from physical attacks. Your magical lasso floats towards the tree and plucks a single ripe fruit from it. You feel a surge of power as the magical energy from the fruit releases itself into your system. You cast the protection spell. It gives you a warm, safe feeling. After some rest, you feel better.
I don't understand. Where did you go? Why did you leave me here alone? No, no, it can't be, no!
The ghostly apparition vanishes. Your protection spell has worn off. That... You feel the sensation of floating freely in a swirling cloud of magic. You are warm and safe, surrounded by the sound of peaceful beauty. You feel as if you are suddenly totally alive, You can remember every happy moment of your past, taste every favorite sensation, hear all the colors of the universe. This is the true joy of living. Suddenly, you find yourself trapped by darkness. You cannot breathe. Pain! The agony of lungs without air, the burning cold of a body trapped in ice. You float, cold and lifeless. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare.
You are always on the go, my friend.
Hello? Do you have any news?
You tell Olga that Boris says she complains about him all the time.
Well, if he'd ever been here to get his work done instead of spending all his time carousing at the inn, I wouldn't have had to complain. And you can tell him I said so, huh?
So, you haven't been eaten yet?
We'll see how long you last traipsing about everywhere when you should be staying in this nice, safe town. As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
Nothing like a good breakfast to get you off to a good start in the morning, especially when everything's laced with garlic.
Good day again.
This is a little too easy. You pick up 2 of the metal weights and put 1 in each. Your legs are too stiff and sore to use this right now. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, there's only a certain amount of punishment your body can stand on any given day. Enough pain, enough gain for now.
Good day.
As my lost husband, you...
after you hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar.
So Dmitri says the gypsy didn't really kill Igor after all. Then there's that one about the Easter bunny.
Wait, you didn't hear? Oh, that foolish gravedigger fell into a grave, and he was trapped by his own gravestone. He's dumber than a styrofoam cup.
Right. It's just lucky for Igor the stranger happened to wander by before he starved to death.
You are all fortunate that the stranger rescued Igor. You would have burned an innocent man.
Well, I still think the gypsy's a werewolf.
Tonight, for your dining pleasure, it is the traditional Moldavian chicken paprikash, delicately seasoned with locally grown paprika and garlic.
It was very kind of you to aid Igor. It has been a long time since we have had someone as heroic as you in Moldavia, yeah? Forgive us if we have seemed so unkind to you. It is just that we have lived so long in fear.
Say, did you hear that the gravedigger returned to town unharmed?
Did you know that the gypsy has been released?
Were you aware of the fact that rumor has it that you saved both Igor and the gypsy?
I was very worried about the gypsy. It was just like those 3 old yentas to accuse the wrong man. Oy, I'm so glad the gypsy is free. I don't know if gypsies are werewolves, and I don't really care. As long as they don't harm anyone, they have as much right to live in Moldavia as we do.
Bella!
Don't you believe that, Yuri?
Maybe.
Well, when you see your gypsy friends again, you may tell him that Yuri and Bella will welcome him in town.
Now, I never said that.
Oh, but you meant it, didn't you? You are a man of your word, after all. Oh, that is right. We hadn't been properly introduced. Yuri, will you introduce us?
This is silly. You've met before.
Still, it would be nice to be properly introduced. Please, Yuri?
This is Bella Markarov, my wife and keeper of the kitchen.
You introduce yourself in return.
I am very honored to meet you. My husband Yuri doesn't like for me to talk to strangers. He thinks they may be dangerous. But clearly, you are not dangerous. You are a hero. We need a hero here.
Bella?
Oh, Yuri, I'm just saying how welcome he is in Moldavia. I always leave a supper out for him behind the inn. He looks strange and a little frightening, but I think he is really a good person. He's always so polite to me. I'm not sure what he means by graveyard humor, though. At least he seems to enjoy himself. I was very worried about the gypsy.
Bella!
Don't... Well...
Now,
So you found Igor in the grave? Whew! Lucky for old Ig you came along.
Otherwise, poor little Iggy would be dead.
Well, at least he had a decent burial.
Everyone's too busy drinking to notice you.
it is a great relief to me that the gypsy has been released. I had not been looking forward to watching him burn at the stake. No man should die so hard. Now that Igor is back here with us, perhaps someday I will welcome him into the inn. He was always so strange, and no one had anything to do with him. I never imagined I would miss him before. The gypsy has returned to his people, I guess. It is a good thing for him that you were in town. It is very dangerous. If you wish,
It looks pretty much as you'd expect. You carefully open the window and enter the darkened upstairs bedroom. It's a wardrobe for storing clothing and such. Sort of a portable closet. The old man seems to be having a restless night. Every few minutes he shifts position in the bed. Occasionally you can hear him mutter, "Anna," in his sleep. The house is filled with old furniture that was once of high quality but has suffered from time and neglect. It's an attractive but not particularly valuable music box. A set of stairs leads to the bedroom loft. The table and chairs look as though they haven't been moved from their present positions in quite some time. The decorative pillar has an important support role in this house's cast. It looks pretty much as you'd expect. The desk consists of a simple tabletop closed in by 2 hinged doors. It doesn't have a lock. The couch looks as though it's seen better years. It's badly worn and starting to sag. The house door is heavily barred. Greasing squeaks is always a prudent idea, but that isn't the place. There's nothing that you can oil there. You hear a distinct creak. The place hasn't been very well maintained. In the pocket of one of the pairs of pants in here, you'll find some money. You add 20 kopecks and 1 crown to your purse. You straighten out your jacket and retie your boots. You carefully oil the hinges on the wardrobe doors to prevent telltale squeaks. The old man stirs in his sleep and calls out, "Anna! Anna! Is that you?" After a few moments he rolls over and returns to sleep. You search around in the wardrobe, but the only thing loose and portable is a garlic clove that has come loose from the garlic braid you see in here. That didn't do anything. You slick down your hair with the... That didn't... The chest is locked. Such a terrible lack of trust around here. The old man has not only locked his chest, but seems to have used a good enough lock that it's beyond your abilities. Or maybe you just need more practice.
Help! Vampires! Murderers! Help! Help me! Thieves! Help!
After some... You carefully open the window and...
Anna, is that you? Oh, Anna, how you love that music box I gave you. Anna, how I love you. No, you are gone, and I am alone. An old man dreaming foolish dreams. Anna.
You hear the sound of the old man falling back asleep. You'd better leave them where they are. They're pretty much stuck in place. It doesn't bud. The old man stirs in his sleep and calls out, Anna! Anna! Is that you? After a few moments he rolls over and returns to sleep. You find a small bottle of healing potion, which you take. You also find a large book, too bulky to take with you. It's a diary. The author was working in Castle Borgov when the boyar was still around, and mentions a secret passage in the boyar's crypt. Interesting. You scan through the book in the old man's desk. It seems to be someone's diary. The author was working in Castle Borgov when the boyar was still around, and mentions a secret...
What? Who is there? Dmitri? Is that you? Oh, help! Thieves! Vampires!
You carefully open the window. You carefully oil the hinges on the wardrobe doors. In the pocket of one of the... You hear a distinct creak. You search around in the wardrobe, but the only thing loose and portable is a garlic clove. That didn't do anything. That didn't do it. That did.
What? Who?
You straighten out your jacket. You return the ugly mug to its place on the chest. You pick up the ugly mug and carefully place it on the floor. You see that this is filled with junk. Pawing around in the odds and ends, you pick up a dagger, 1 crown, and 11 kopecks. Looking inside, you find nothing left worth taking. That didn't do anything. Looking in, you find a small bottle of healing. You scan through the book in the old man's desk. Looking in. The door is locked and barred. It would be better if you did not go out this way. It would make it obvious that someone had been here. A shiver of cold comes over you.
There is one for whom I weep. She lies in her watery grave. Speak with the gypsies on how to free the Rusalka.
The massive gate to this town is securely barred to protect it from things that go bump in the night.
I remember now. I was walking home. Something started to chase me. I tried to run. Something knocked me over and everything went black. I'm dead, aren't I? I really can't go home again. I'm just a ghost. Forgive me my manners. It's just that I'm not used to the idea that I'm dead. My name was Anna. I can remember things now, but everything is like a faded dream. It seems so strange to think of myself as a ghost. Everything is blurry. There's no day or night, only this shadowy landscape. I want to go from here, but I cannot leave. I can only wait. I can remember my house now. I lived beside the tall oak tree near the center of town. I've been gone so long. My poor, poor Nikolai.
After some rest, you feel better. After some, you're getting tired. You deftly slip over the gate. You already have some flowers. You have returned to this wonderful place between worlds. You are again filled with the joy of being truly alive. You find yourself dancing at the heart of the cosmos. You spin and the universe swirls with you and around you. Suddenly, something calls out to you. You feel a coldness rapidly devouring you. You falter in fear as you remember what happened the last time you were here. The voice calls again, and you feel trapped, helpless. The closer you get to that voice, the greater the fear. It is a voice of pain, a voice of death. You flee in terror. You gradually wake, shaking off the shreds of dreams that cling to your memory. You graciously but gratuitously grasp some grass. That didn't do anything. You greet the old man.
We have met before, I think. I am Nikolai. Have you met my Anna? She is... well, I do not know where she is. I am looking for her.
You start to tell the old man about the ghost you met in the forest.
Anna? You have seen Anna?
You explain that you saw her ghost in the forest.
Anna is in the forest? Where is she? I must go to her.
You tell Nikolai where you saw Anna, and try to explain that she is dead.
Thank you. I cannot thank you enough for finding my Anna. I will go to her now. I will help her find her way home. Thank you again.
That didn't do anything. You grab a handful of rocks. Nothing happens. Nothing. That didn't do anything useful. A pool of sticky, greasy-looking slime dominates this area below the cave. A stream of slimy goo oozes down the right side, and goo dripping on the path makes it slimy and treacherous as well. Nothing. You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo. A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a pool of dark, unhealthy-looking goo. You manage to knock a few of the rocks loose from the pile, although the remaining stones still dam up the pool. You knocked some more rocks loose. The pile is definitely loosening. That last throw did it. The rock pile has collapsed and goo is oozing down from the pool. There is a small ledge halfway up the hillside. You can't quite reach the ledge. You'll need equipment to climb it. You missed. 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 You can't. You can't. path is incredibly slippery. You can scarcely move on it without falling. You miss. 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 You 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 miss. You miss. That you can't quite reach the ledge. There's too much goo on the lower ledge for the grapnel to catch anywhere. There's too much goo. This is not a good place to practice throwing. This is not a good... This is... You miss... This... You miss. You miss. You miss. There's too much goo on the lower ledge for the... Yeah, yes.
Nikolai has disappeared from his home. The last time I saw him, he said something about finding Anna. I fear he is dead.
This is a little too easy now. That didn't do... That... Trying to be a social climber? That... You pick up 2 of the metal weights and put 1 in each of the baskets. Your legs are too stiff and sore to... After some... You think you've done about as much stair-stepping as your body can handle. After some the door is locked and you hear you have some garlic pheasant for supper.
Good evening, Slick.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, okay?
Greetings and salutations.
Welcome.
Oh, you've done quite a lot in Mordavia, pal.
Yeah, it's a good thing you came here, a good thing.
Yeah, 'cause frankly, we never knew there were that many things to do around here.
They all wave to you in response.
I used to see the domovoi. When I was a child, I'd sneak down from my bedroom in the middle of the night and look for him. He was always hiding somewhere downstairs, and he would laugh. When I found him, he would be hysterical, the domovoi. Now that I'm an adult, I don't see him. But I do know he's still around. Even my husband has dreams sometimes. I keep trying to tell him to believe in his dreams, that they are trying to tell him something, but he wouldn't listen.
There are supposed to be domovoi in most houses in Mordavia. They bring good luck as long as you don't try to harm them. The domovoi are creatures of legends, although I have never seen one. In the folk tales of this region, we have always spoken of those beautiful maidens who seek to drown whom. We do not like to speak of such things in Mordavia. If you There is one. She'll sleep free.
The massive gate to this town is securely barred to protect it from things that go bump in the night.
Anna, I found you. Anna!
Nikolai, I've been trying to find you for so long.
I never stopped looking for you, Anna. Never. I love you, Anna. I loved you from the moment you smiled at me. And I will love you for always.
Oh, Nikolai, this time we will always be together.
Forever?
Forever.
The ghostly apparition vanishes. No one seems to be listening. You deftly slip over the gate and into town. You are flying in the very source of all magic. You are filled with power and the knowledge of how to use it. You create flowers dancing around you. Trees fill their branches with magical fruit as you touch them. You dance in a circle, and the very ground itself radiates peace and harmony. You sing the message of your heart, and the magic echoes around you a song of love and happiness. Then you realize that it is not you doing this. It was someone else back in time. You hear that voice calling you again. Darkness surrounds you, eats at you. The voice calls out again, and you are afraid. It calls from the center of the darkness, drawing you nearer and nearer. The darkness sucks at you, pulling you towards the voice as it flays all warmth and life from you. You scream! You gradually wake, shaking off the shreds of dreams that cling to your memory. You hear mysterious bubbling and sizzling noises. Every once in a while you think you hear someone muttering to himself.
I believe I am on the verge of a major discovery. It came to me last night. I believe that there is a formula which can be used to create a rehydration solution. Such a solution could be used to restore fluidity to any substance or object that has become prematurely dry. If we can but manufacture Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution in sufficient quantities, we could rehydrate the great Shapirian Desert. Of course, there are a few small bugs to be worked out. It would take most of the water in the world's oceans to make that much solution. Then there is the tiny snag that I have not been able to remember the formula since awakening from the dream.
You say hello to the scientist.
You are always welcome in my laboratory. However, I do wish you would wipe your shoes a little more carefully before entering.
You relate the tale of your journey to Shapir,
Now you're talking science. The elements are the building blocks of everything in nature. I am sure I have never heard of anyone constructing creatures purely of a single element, but it certainly makes scientific sense. You say this Adavis referred to a dark master here in Moldavia? I am sure I have never heard of such a one here. There are rumors of strange goings-on in the castle, but I do not credit such tales without scientific observation to back them up. Oh, I do seem to be a little careless in keeping track of my scientific formulae. I have them all written down somewhere. I think it was in the margins of one of my books here. Dr. Cranium's rehydration solution should be a shoo-in for the alchemical innovation of the animal ward. It contains the prime essence of the element of water in a perfectly condensed form. I have come to the conclusion that lightning is electrical in nature, which would put it in the realm of fire. Fortunately, there have been an increasing number of storms here lately, so I have been able to harness some of the lightning and store it for experiment. The scientist never fails. The forest outside... what? Oh... It is very If you want to improve your stamina... Here you are. Here you are.
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for...
Of course, you need my world-famous rehydration solution. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the elemental formula of its main ingredient. Yes, that sounds just right. By the way, I could use some goo for one of my experiments. It would be most kind if you could bring me some when you return for the rehydration solution. Experiments are the meat and drink of science. That is terrific! This is just what I need for my experiments! As I promised, here is your rehydration solution.
You say goodbye.
Be sure to let me know of any scientific discoveries you should make here in Moldavia.
It looks for all the world like a medieval moonshine.
Rehydration may prove to be a crucial step on the way to an even more important discovery: instant water.
Grey rocks litter the ground everywhere. It's an ornate oriental lantern. You have come to a beautiful garden deep within the forest. A stream flows gently in a loop around the central island. Feelings of peace and harmony permeate the area. That didn't do anything. Someone has dug a large hole there, perhaps removing a bush or a small tree. You plant the bonsai in the hole and scrape some of the rich soil around it. In moments, the bush begins to grow and blossom before your eyes. The bonsai bush is thriving in the rich soil. No one seems to be listening.
One and two and three make six. Who hides her hut behind trick sticks? Magic message. Bushes here. In the rhyme with disappear.
Would that be Baba Yaga in her chicken leg hut you try?
Baba baby, that's the one. An ogress who is loads of fun. Guessing answers without knowing? Check your guesses first by going.
Welcome, welcome. It is good of you to visit our camp once again. May you find here all that you seek.
You greet Gypsy Davy.
Come now, what can I do for you?
Put your thumb on your nose and...
That sign means nothing to us.
You tell about your adventure.
So, you turned Baba Yaga into a frog? How funny! Is it not great to feel the music in your blood and dance the night away? The life of a gypsy is sometimes very sweet. I have been fine. Hunting has been poor lately, but yesterday we pulled down a large deer. It was good to taste fresh meat again. Bah! Legends and tales to scare children with. You will not see me flinching if you cross my palm with silver. We have been in this camp for nearly 5 years. If you wish to know about her, why don't you visit her yourself?
The gypsies generally use horses.
I had a vision of you again last night. I saw you walking by a lake. A woman rose from it and reached for you. I tried to yell to you, "Beware, Rusalka!" but you could not hear. Yet you kneeled beside the lake and spoke and laughed with her. I was amazed, for even the things of the dead can call you friend. I do not know the meaning of this. I only know that I dreamt true. You are a most remarkable man. You will always be welcome here.
You tell about the gnome and his problems.
Interesting. Baba Yaga has returned only recently to this valley. We have had scent of her to the far south, but the path to her hut is blocked by magic. You will need to find a way past that magical barrier.
You tell her about the frightening dream.
Dreams are messages. Such a message may be obscure or meaningful, depending upon the sender and the dreamer. The meaning of this dream may be clearer when you have had more of them.
You tell about your meeting with Katrina.
I have no knowledge of such a person. Much is strange about your story. I would not entirely trust this Katrina if I were you.
You tell about Rakesh and your adventures in Tana.
You fought a demon? Oh, then perhaps you can drive off the dark. But no, we must not even think of such things. It is far too dangerous to speak of it. The Rusalka of the lake near here has been dead for many, many years. You cannot bring her back to life, but you can free her spirit. Our legends tell of the way to free the spirit of one who was murdered. First, she must know who she was and remember how she died. Then you must take the hair of the dead woman and weave it into a broom. You beat the broom 3 times upon the murderer's grave, and he will come forth. This act can be very dangerous. Now, if the ghost of the murderer rises, it will attack you. So you must be ready to destroy it. The last thing you must do is to give the spirit that which she truly desires. Then, at last, her spirit will be freed, and she will rest. The Rusalka are legends. Then you must... This act can... The last... I have been well, thank you. The magician Irana's death is shrouded in mystery. I do not know her true fate, but I only know that her staff protects the town and her garden protects anyone in need of safety. The staff of Irana has a great deal of magic. It protects the town from the undead, although between you and me, the townspeople do not know it. But I had a vision of it one night. I heard it speak in the dream. It told me how it protected the town and of its destiny spell. When the staff spoke no more, I saw a most beautiful crystal floating in the air. The staff touched it, and the crystal shattered. Oh, that was all I saw. In my vision, the staff said that it would guard the town until it cast its destiny spell. That one day, someone would bring a dead loved one before the staff. That person would trade his life force through the staff. The dead would rise, alive and well, though the one who gave his life for the dead would never know. That would be a true sacrifice, done with foreknowledge and with much love. The staff still stands in the town, so I do not think anyone has been willing to make such a sacrifice. Irana's garden is to the south and a little west of here. It is a very good place to rest and heal. There used to be a small bush whose fruit was sweet and filling and always available, but someone dug it up and took it. Why anyone would do such a thing, I do not know. There is a tree whose fruit will restore magic to those who use it, but only a magical spell can get the fruit. The tarot cards are a tradition with gypsies. Each card of the tarot has many meanings. When I tell a fortune with it, if I have any more visions about you, I will let you know. So you should visit here again, just in case. I mean, you never know when the knowledge of my vision may be useful.
You say goodbye.
Good hunting!
Searching for the fallen beast, you find nothing of value.
Good day.
More missing people. Now old Nikolai is gone. What is this town coming to? So, you haven't been eaten yet. We'll see how long you last traipsing about everywhere.
Tell Olga about what you've been doing in Mod.
Listen, you make sure, and you tell that good-for-nothing how much I resented having to sit here doing his work for him while he was off carousing with those other fools. what would... They say Nikolai went off to look for Anna for the last time. Maybe they're together again somewhere. You take care.
Welcome again. Good day.
Tell him that Olga thinks he was too lazy.
Lazy? What was there to do in a shop with no customers? Once the swamp cut off trade here, we had nothing to sell. I had nothing to do there. So just because I would sit at the inn and talk with the other men, she thought I was lazy. All she ever did was sit around and give me orders when I was in the shop. What was the point of dusting if no one came in the shop to notice the dust? I am certain you will have many such adventures in Mordavia. I came here to get away from a constant nagging. Farewell. Come back again sometime. It's good to have...
After some rest, you... After some rest, you... You think you've done about as much stair-stepping as your body can handle. After some... After some... A shiver of cold comes...
There is...
The massive gate to this... This gate was...
We came back one last time to thank you for reuniting us.
Yes, thank you so much. Without your help, I would have been lost forever.
I do not know how we can help you. This is the last you will ever see of us.
If there is anything we can do for you, please ask.
We waited so that we could thank you.
You have saved our deaths from being endless and meaningless.
I have not been so happy since the day of our wedding. It seems strange being a ghost. Still, it is better than being an old man who has lost his only love. It has been so long, and I know so little of what goes on today. Still, some time ago, there was talk in town about a stranger moving into Borgov Castle. There was much talk and many rumors about who had moved in. I do not know whether your path will ever take you to the castle, but I do know of a secret passageway to there. My grandfather once told me that there is a secret passage that leads from the Borgov crypt in the cemetery to the castle. It was an escape route for the Borgov family when they were alive. There was some talk of vampires at the time. I do not think anyone in Mordavia was actually killed by a vampire, so gradually the talk faded. I do not think anyone even saw the stranger. We only knew him as the Dark Master. It is an ominous title. You may of course take my hat. I have no further use for it. It has been there.
I shall never again be lost and alone. Nikolai and I will find our way. Being a ghost is not bad when you have someone you love with you. I have been lost so long. I do not know how I can help you. Perhaps you can talk to my friend Olga. She knows everything that goes on in town.
She married Boris Stovich, who owned the shop.
She did? She is such a lovely girl. I'm sure they are happy together. Olga will be able to tell you many things about the town. Farewell. May you never be lost.
Farewell. May you never be lonely.
The ghostly apparition vanishes. There's something strange about this bush. You find some copper kopecks on the no longer undead. You feel a chill go through you as you enter this part of the forest, as if a cold wind suddenly sprang up from nowhere. You see a raised mound of stones. It gives you an eerie feeling. You can tell that this is a place of death. A dark, shadowy figure watches you. You cast the protection spell. It gives you a warm, safe feeling. The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth. The barrow contains treasure that the wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a dagger, 38 gold crowns, 75 kopecks, and a few old bones. After some rest, you feel better. Your protection spell has worn off. There's something strange about this bush. After some rest, you feel better. You are exhausted from lack of sleep. After you feel a chill go through you as you enter this part of the forest, as if a cold wind suddenly sprang up from nowhere. You see a raised mound of stones. You feel a chill go That feels... You cast the protection spell. feel a chill go through you as you enter the... After some... That feels good. After some rest, you cast the protection spell. You cast the aura spell. Wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth. The barrow contains treasure that the Wraith collected while it was alive. You find a well-crafted sword and 150 gold crowns. As you pick up the sword, you feel a sensation of strength and power. It's magical. You also find a scroll with mysterious letters that seem to writhe and shift under your gaze. At the top is a stylized heart symbol. A few drops of ink under it remind you of dried blood. The ritual isn't designed to be used that way. You need to read it in the appropriate place at the correct time. Your aura has evaporated. Your protection spell has worn off. You deftly slip over the gate and into town. A shiver of cold comes over you. You sense no danger, but even so, you find yourself afraid.
There is free.
You float gently in this ocean of harmony. You remember the happiness of being here before this. Now there is greater joy. You are not alone. You are filled with the warmth of friendship. You share your hopes, your dreams, all the best moments of your life, knowing that here is someone who understands and cares about you. You reach out to touch your friend, but there is no one there. You are all alone. You gradually wake, shaking off the shreds of dreams that cling to your memory. You faintly hear a voice saying, "Don't knock! Come on in!" from beyond the door.
I have made substantial progress with my Frankie since your last visit. With the MESS recalibrated, I was able to focus the initial stimulation and have achieved the first traces of independent muscular coordination. See for yourself. It is not often that ordinary people such as yourself have the opportunity to witness true genius. I expect that you are feeling especially honored just now.
You say hello to the scientist.
When we have learned to take a scientific approach to everything in life, we will be well on our way to understanding ourselves. Here you are, one freshly brewed healing drink. Sip it if you get hurt, and its beneficial vitamins and other ingredients will help your body to recover quickly. Here you are, one freshly brewed universal poison antidote. Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific
You say goodbye.
Remember to use your powers of observation at all times. I am looking forward to the successful completion of my Frankie experiment. My first attempt was a bush I dug up in the forest garden. The operation was a great success. Unfortunately, the patient died. I hope to correct that minor difficulty in my new experiment.
Always, Igor, happy to know you not customer. Yet. Not too bad. Little Igor come back to town after dark the other night. Igor go up to pretty woman. Igor say, "Hey, baby, want to light my pyre?" She not have sense of humor. She give Igor cold shudder and walk off.
It is a thoroughly uninteresting wall. This is a bas-relief of a strange creature. It looks like an octopus with only 6 tentacles. There is an indentation near the middle of the shadowed door. It looks like a set of 6 curved spokes radiating out from a central point.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly. There's something dark in the alcove. Could it be at last the fabled black bird for which so many have been searching? Here 2 bones have been crossed as on a pirate flag. This carving depicts a cavernous, hungry-looking mouth. This relief depicts a single, huge drop of blood. This relief shows a storm cloud, evidently representing the concept of breath. This is a bas-relief image of a heart. If you look out of the corners of your eyes, you can almost see it pulse. This place is making you see all sorts of things, actually. This is a no longer used monastery. The furnishings are in poor condition, and the carpet and drapes are faded and threadbare. The symbols of the Dark One make this an uncomfortable place to be. The chandeliers once provided light in this dark, somber room. Now they are crusted over with something you'd rather not investigate closely. They are now quite useless. The bas-relief depicts a scarab beetle, sacred to the Shapirians as the keeper of the sun, mostly due to certain unsavory habits having to do with dung balls. This is a fairly attractive, in a Baroque way, display cabinet with a glass door. This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving. You don't think you should break someone else's property. It just... You can't budge it. If you want to do anything with the sculpture, you'll have to do it here.
Very wet be I, very wet and very alive. Glad am I to be alive, happy thanks I give you. Careful you should be here, dangerous very it is. Feed the guard or destroy it to find the secret passage down.
Once fine curtains now look moth-eaten and bone dry. Now they are no more than a fire hazard. There's an old threadbare rug on the floor. A long wooden table attests to a time when this room was used to double as a communal dining room for the monks. It's a six-tentacled, octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod. Unless you like cats, then you might call it a hexapus. It doesn't budge. Hector the hexapod happily gorges itself on the garlic. Hector looks much less hungry and perhaps a little less dangerous now. The fireplace looks as though it hasn't been used in years. There are no logs on the log holders, nor is there any sign of ashes or other debris. There's nothing under the old rug but dust and spiders. There's nothing under... It doesn't budge. It doesn't budge. This is an antique brass log holder. There doesn't seem to be anything special about this one. There are some small scratches on the stone underneath this brass log holder. There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and sets the hairs on the nape of your neck on end. There is a musty odor of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh. Welcome to your nightmare. This is a dangerous place. You probably knew that. Handle with care. An incredible sensation of evil emanates from over by the book. That seems like an excellent thing to avoid. The walls of this creepy place glisten with liquid, as if they were oozing with the blood of ancient sacrifices. It's cold down here, as if all your body warmth was being leached away from you. It definitely looks like a torture sconce. These bizarre creatures are only stone carvings. You see a small statue that matches the description that the chief thief gave you. You've seen some pretty ridiculous things in your time, and that's certainly one of them. Above the altar is the sign of the Dark One, surrounded by arcane letters. A notch next to the A makes you think that perhaps that is some sort of starting point for the letters. Above the... There is a huge book on the altar. The binding looks like stretched human skin, with letters and markings written in dried blood. The letters spell out necrophilicon. What could that mean? Oh, that's it. Something like the Silmarillion for of the love of death. Ooh. There's something very, very wrong and dangerous about this book. The roll-top desk is spotted with dark and ominous stains. It's a small barrel, perhaps once used for brandy. The crack in the building looks like a serpent. It seems you aren't the only thing under stress down here. These bizarre creatures are only stone carvings, you hope. You rifle through the Mad Monk's desk and find the diary of Amontillado. Boy, was this guy wacko. Reading this makes your head hurt. However, it does give you some information about the Dark One rituals. It said something about the first ritual being placed within the Mad Monk's tombstone, there to be forever guarded by followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the Stone of Squids and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul. The next ritual shall be placed in the hollow of the Hangman's Tree and guarded by the spirit of the dead which remains there. The blood ritual shall be concealed magically within the monastery, and only he who willingly seeks dark visions shall find it. The mouth ritual shall be placed in the great arch itself, under the Dark One's sign. And the heart ritual shall be given to someone named Gregor for safekeeping. Now there's another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet where is the heart ritual? You rifle through the Mad Monk. It's a mount. Now the huge book on the altar looks fascinating. You could almost swear you saw it move. The title says Necrophilicon. You feel a funny tingling sensation, then a slimy one, as you reach out to touch the statue. This is not good. pick up the statue in the shopping bag, carefully avoiding any contact with your own flesh. The statue glows briefly as it slips into the bag, then subsides. The huge barrel is labeled Cask of Amontillado. This must be the fabled spirit that provided most of the income and fame of the monastic order here. It is rumored to provide strange and mystical visions to those who taste freely of its contents. You tap the huge cask of Amontillado. This is the strongest stuff you've ever tasted, assuming that you're not an aficionado of dragon's breath. Bottoms up. Man, have you got a headache? Fortunately, the Dark One rising seems to have been just a vision, not the reality. Yet. A scroll has formed from the cask's wine droplets. You pick up the rolled paper on the floor. It has the symbol of a drop of blood at the top and the inscription, Ritual of Blood. You can't read any of the other writing on it. There's nothing under the old rug but dust and spiders, neither of which you need. Flame quickly catches in the desiccated rug and spreads to the curtains and the furniture. You'd better get out of here quickly. You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the Hectopus can react.
If Igor get big hero job, can he be pyromaniac too?
It looks pretty much as you'd expect. The monastery is toast. You think you've done about as much stair-stepping as your body can handle. It is said that a man's reach should exceed his grasp. That's certainly true of what you're trying. Well, that was fun. Now you feel like climbing something even higher, like Mount Tana.
Welcome, welcome. Sometimes I think I will go crazy if I don't have someone to talk to other than the other cockroaches around here.
Feeling like an idiot as you...
Well, of course you're a thief, or you wouldn't be here, idiot. Tuck that elbow in tighter on the belly rub next time. I don't know. It would be a shame to lose you so soon. The best... Wonderful! Wonderful! I won't have to scuttle in the shadows all the time. I won't have to have unsavory eating practices. Thank you so very much. I am all right, I guess, but I'm having a difficult time adjusting to walking on two legs again. Other than the fact that there are no other thieves here, and that we are not likely to get any in the near future, this is a wonderful guild. If you excuse the fact we can't fence anything here either. After I became such as I am, many of the members left. One thief said that I was no longer fit to be chief. After I showed him how fast I could throw daggers with these feet, he didn't say much. Never said anything again, as a matter of fact. The ones that left said they felt uncomfortable around me. Fools! Do they think this is some sort of brotherhood of man? This is a brotherhood of thieves! They should be uncomfortable around me. Soon it was just me and two others. They decided to explore the castle after the new owner moved in and never returned. So now, there's only me and you. You'll have to be very careful with traps. You mean this passage behind me? It leads out of town under the bridge near the gate. You can... After I became such as I am, many of the members left. One thief said that I was no longer fit to be chief. Never said the ones... So... There is a secret passage to the castle from the Boyar's crypt in the graveyard. There is a special way to open this secret door. Something involving colors and the Borgov family crest, I think. You must be very careful. I know nothing of the people who now live in the castle. You have such nice manners. Are you certain you want to hang around tough, brutal scum of the earth who will try to beat you up at the slightest excuse? Or is that your idea of a good time? All right. I know I was getting careless. I am going to make certain no one ever touches that statue again. At least not by accident. Going so soon? Good luck.
The strangest thing happened. Someone broke into the old monastery and burned the place down. I don't suppose you'd know anything about this.
After some after
Good day and welcome back. Have you been enjoying your adventures around here? Good day. When we first got married, things were very different between us. In the evenings, there we would sit holding hands and talking about little things like how much to charge for flour, or whether someone would marry someone else. The people of the town are frightened peasants. Just because no one has ever seen anyone from the castle during the day. I have worked as a gatekeeper here for many years. I wear no garlic and fear no vampires. Farewell. May the sun and the moon keep watch over you.
after some You get in some climbing practice, but you really can't see any more from up the tree than from the ground. After some rest, after some Searching for the fallen beast, you find nothing of value. You deftly slip over the gate and into town. The door is locked. You hear movement. Dinner tonight is garlic stew with vegetables.
Good evening,
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, okay?
Welcome.
I used to see the dumb boy. When I was a child, I'd sneak down from my bedroom in the middle of the night and... Now that I'm an adult... I am fine.
Oh, Bella, leave...
I just...
They all... You unlock the door to your room and go in. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. The window opens out onto the back of the inn. A narrow ledge runs under it on the outside. Someone has left a note for you on the chest. You have no idea how they could have put it there without awakening you. The note reads, "Please meet me tonight outside the town gates. I will be waiting." It's signed, Your Friend Katrina.
The days are getting cooler and shorter. Winter is approaching.